Greetings and welcome everybody to TFT Tarot for Today, Goth Tarot with me, Oberon. And these are my special October episodes of Goth Tarot, where I will add one extra card to the reading each week using a different deck each time. So this week I'm using the Deviant Moon. And this will come at the end of the reading. I'm just kind of warming them up. The question we ask is, what is the dark mystery? So welcome to Goth Tarot. And Goth Tarot is a short collective reading that examines our shadow self, our shadow sides. It looks at what the issues or philosophies in our life are, or maybe how we can relate them to other experiences or help others understand us if that is our wish. So to do that, we drew a number of cards from several different decks, and now for the next 4 weeks I will use one additional deck. So let's get started. And our first pull is from the Crow's Magic Tarot. And the question we ask, what is your dark gift? What is your essence or character this week, or your calling this week to enlighten yourself, or possibly others, to create some sort of insight? We pulled the Six of Swords. It's upright. The cards suggest that even from our darker perspectives, we are making headway. We are moving ahead and progressing. And key to that is the idea that we are that navigator of our life. We know what is best to direct our life. Despite any of our obstacles or doubts or things of that sort, we are the ones who know how to take care of our life. So think about that in the week ahead. And so now we move on to our second cards, cards 2 and 3, which are taken from the Gothic Tarot. And this draw represents our dark struggles. The Five of Swords reversed. And the Three of Cups upright. I think that a part of our dark struggle is somewhere within us, a knowledge or a feeling that we never quite win the things that matter most to us, or we win them only at the cost of great strife, upheaval in our life or specific areas of our life. And so this perhaps is more emotional and not necessarily grounded in what our physical structures could be, but what goes to our core, to our heart, and our emotional sensibility, which is so important, especially for Goth, that we feel defeated perhaps. But remember, tarot and life itself is bound to change and bound to have more fluidity. The cups itself represent the idea of fluidity in relationships. So the situation is likely just to be for the immediate time. Okay, now we move on to the Night Sun Tarot, which we pull 3 cards from. Our first card is the Dark Truth, the reality that you must accept and possibly find ways to work for the better. It's 5 of Wands reversed. I think this is kind of interesting coming from the other 5 of Swords reversed. 5s in general represent strong energies or forces, things that are compelling or have strong movement of their own to what end is not necessarily determinable. So having said that, this reverse 5 of Wands possibly brings opportunities to rise ahead. And so I'm saying to you in Goth, the dark truth is, the reality is, there will be some amount of competition you have to engage in. That's life. But it looks like you could actually be favored in some of that. So you should try not to be too afraid of what the future holds until we know more for sure. Shameless plug to tune in next week. At any rate, moving on to our next card, the Dark Sacrifice, the sorrow that you may have to bear, knowing that a greater thing could result. And it's the reverse 7 of Swords. And you know, darn if this card doesn't show up in a lot of our other work in between these readings or live stream readings or whatever they are. The 7 of Swords in either form seems to show up. So it's in your dark sacrifice, a sorrow you may have to bear. And I would say this card means that you run a risk of being discovered or being known to possibly, well, let's just say suspect to others people's impressions of what you're doing. Other people may want to feel that because of your goth, you are untrustable, or that you are dangerous, or that you're sneaky. And so I'm suggesting that the sacrifice, the dark sacrifice, is in knowing that and still being able to hold on and persevere to your identity, to not necessarily change your personality or how you appear to that outward world just because it makes somebody feel more comfortable. So perhaps the short answer is be comfortable and happy in your goth dark nature. And then finally, for this first part of the reading, the Dark Redemption. And it's the reversed Queen of Pentacles. So the Dark Redemption. The Dark Redemption, your final realization and what you will have learned from it, or hopefully will have. And that is the Queen of Pentacles reversed. You are redeemed by the fact that you owe to no one. It's just like what I said with the previous card. You owe to no one. You don't have to prove you're creative, like the old song from the Talking Heads. You don't have to run to someone else's tune or beat. You are in charge of yourself. You can still move on, even within your goth nature, and maybe needing to take some time for yourself to give your own solace in your own dark ways. So now, as promised, we're going to have the additional card, which will be pulled from the Deviant Moon Tarot. Let's show that closer. That's the back of that. All right, let me shuffle. And this bonus position for this week addresses your dark mystery. What it is that is hidden from you. What is not within the realm of the other cards. So it could be anything. It could be just externals in general. But the implication is that it is something you should know. That's why I'm here. The Dark Mystery through the Deviant Moon Tarot. How appropriate. The Sun reversed. The dark mystery, the thing you don't know, the thing that is possibly hidden from you, whether it's by others or just by circumstance, may not always be clear. But someone wishes to keep a secret or a fact of knowledge away from you for as long as possible. There can't be any good, ulterior, benevolent reason for that. You must ponder this because it may be that thing that can make all the sense in the world. So that's it for, I almost want to call it Deviant Moon Tarot, but it's Goth Tarot, guest starring the Deviant Moon. Tune in next week, where our guest star deck for the 7th card will be the Secrets Tarot, and a different question altogether. Thanks for joining us, and happy Halloween this month.